La la. Hello. Welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the Atari Cart Show. Or whatever we're going to do today. I think we're going to go through some carts we found at the thrift store. So buckle up, buckos. Get this on the social medias. Oh, got to press the button again. Got to press the shiny red button. I need to post this to social media. Oh, I gotta have my doc too. What's up, doc? Gotta have my chat. I forgot to close that. Happy Sunday morning. Dude, ba da ba da bop bop. That's what it said. Do 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 do. Got some Frogger in our Atari. Let's see. Welcome in. Oh, hi, everybody. I'm Brian Dunaway, and we're just setting up here. I found some Atari carts yesterday, Atari 2600 carts, and I'm going to put them in my 7800 Plus to see if they are operational. Yes. And maybe play just a little bit as well. Also got in my CX40 Plus wireless joystick Ghost Edition. Still have not received my Pac-Man Edition Atari 2600 Plus, but we're patiently waiting, and I sent a email into Atari's support last week, and they assured me that it was indeed in the system and on its way. I was hoping it would come in yesterday because I had a shipment being delivered, and it ended up just being the CX40 Plus wireless controller, and we might look at that. Yeah, that's right, using my usual Film Sack Time Ambassador Domo. That's right, Scott is out of town right now, so that does push the schedule around a little bit. Cam Kipper, no tracking number. As a matter of fact, we'll probably look at that order here just in a minute. I did pre-order the Atari 2600 back in, I believe, the end of July when it became available for pre-order. Orders were supposed to ship out October the 31st. I have a friend of mine who lives just across town. By the way, we both live in South Carolina. Shipping was coming out of California, and he got his earlier this past week and had a tracking number the whole time. His came in through FedEx. Mine was listed as USPS. I do not recall ever being given the option to choose any other shipment other than USPS. So I don't know if because where he lives in town is different in relation to where I live. Maybe the USPS was more expensive, but I do know that there was at one point in time a tracking number that popped up on the same day and time as the CX40 Plus one came up, and then the other one just never was delivered to the shipping facility. So I'm assuming, and eventually the tracking number fell off. So I'm assuming there was some kind of confusion there. However, like I said, I did reach out to Atari support via email and got information back that it was being processed. So I don't believe it. I believe is stuck in some kind of weird system loop thing that has been missed, and that only through my diligence of constantly insisting that I have not received it, it is still pending and is not had any movement. Here it is on the 16th, which, what is that like? You certainly can't expect these guys to work on the weekend. That's at least, let's see, 2 full business weeks with no movement at all on something that was supposed to be shipped out on the 31st, which would have been what? October. That would have been our Friday, which I don't expected it. I didn't expect it to leave that day anyway, but that's fine. All right, so incoming ad break in 1 minute and 29 seconds. We got that going on. But in the meantime, it's not like I don't have other ways to play cards. Right, Zoe, what is going on? Good morning, Zoe. How's it going? How is your Sunday morning today? Is it going good? Probably Sunday afternoon for you, though, right? You've already been awake up for a while. You've had your first cup of coffee, maybe your second cup of coffee, maybe even your third cup of coffee. What? That's a lot of coffees. All right, as we can see, our Parker Brothers Frogger, which I already had, I knew it's a known good cart. So I wanted to set our baseline for what we were doing here today. Since I knew this Frogger worked, I thought that would be a good place to make sure that everything was in order on my 7800 plus. So let's get started. I have something around, well, I picked up about 9 carts yesterday, and I already had about maybe, let's see, 8 carts already in that I have not tested. So probably close to 18 carts we're going to test. So we're going to do what we're supposed to do here. We're going to turn off. This is the, by the way, this is the Atari 7800 Plus, which you can order off Atari.com. I guess you could get it off Amazon or wherever they sell Atari products. This is the stick I usually use. It is a wireless version of the CX40, right? Isn't that right when they call it a CX40? I believe that's right. Let me double check on that. I'm pretty sure that's what this one's called. Yeah, CX40 Plus is what they call this one because it does have it has wireless. That's the plus part. Plus part on the console is the fact that it has HDMI and powered by USB-C. And I guess probably it's done through emulation. I'm assuming a little board in there probably does the emulation. Now, these wireless CX40s, they typically come with these 2 dongles. One is the old style, 9 pins that you could plug into your original Atari 2600 machines and 7800 machines. And then it also comes with a USB dongle. These are both wireless dongles. The unit itself takes the 9 pin, so you can plug in your old controllers if you wanted to. But why would you want to do that when you got the new hotness? Let's plug this in. We'll get a little flashy flash, right? A little flashy flash up there. This looks like your regular CX40 control. Got 1 button, but it is rechargeable, and you'll need to hit this little button there to start the pairing mode. As you can tell now, we are locked in with that. And here's your select and reset. Remember these it used to be like little toggle switches, right? But here we can go through the different modes if we wanted to. You can hear that almost like I get pulled out that way. Ba, 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 ba. So the different modes are, let's see, 1, 2, 3. So on Frogger, you would do a select and you go 1 player. You probably just played it like this. If you're like most of us on your Atari 2600, you just, you just played it, right? You just get your little select button there, and you would hit a little pull down toggle on the old system. But and you could go through the difficulty levels as well. So it's usually 1 player, 2 player. That'd be one. That's the initial difficulty. You can go 3. You add a few more cars. Things are going a little bit faster, right? Or 2 players at that difficulty level. Then you got your 5th level here. Well, that actually looks like it's the easiest. Looks like things are moving the slowest. And 2 player. Am I wrong? Interesting. So the first, that looks more difficult. But then that looks, what's the deal? Huh. I'm not sure. All right, we could look that up later. Anyway, the point is, this guy works, right? Oh, it snowed, Captain Kipper, where you're at? That is awesome. All right, so if you guys missed that, I know the ad break happened, and I might have missed some of that. What'd you guys miss? Like the select? You didn't miss much. Like I said, I was just kind of going through the select modes, and I couldn't figure out on Frogger what 4 and 5 are versus, or I'm sorry, 5 and 6 versus 1 and 2. Right, 5 and 6. Is it? I don't know. It could be even slower, but I can't tell because we're in between. No, it just looks, I'm not sure. I'm not sure what the difference is. We could look it up, I'm sure. Okay. I'm going to power this, but you can also do pauses, by the way. couldn't do this on the original system, but you can pause here. We're going to turn that off. We're going to take this bad boy out. Camkipper says, between the two Atari flashbacks I have and my real 2600, I'm not really into getting one of those. It's really just the convenience. So, like, if if I'm out, like we do our meetups and stuff, it's much easier to just box this little bad boy up. It just takes a USB-C and an HDMI, and I can plug into anything. If I do a real 2600, which I a lots of times will bring with me just in case, I have to have a CRT with me, or I have to have a bunch of adapters and everything. But yeah, if you're just at home and you got your setup already running, this game next we're going to look at, this first game we're going to look at to see if it works. This was one given to me by my friend Chuck. This is a game program called Surround, and we're supposed to use with the joystick controllers here. Let me see. Let me get a little closer look there. Got that really cool old Atari style. Get some water here. It might be a Quest clone. Zoe says, great to see you on a Sunday. Yes. Gotta put that in there. Excuse me. I got the coughs for some reason. You've been surrounded. Let's fire it up. And you'll see what I mean. Hopefully my capture card will be quick enough to capture the loading process of loading this into the system. Right now I'm seeing the Atari logo. There it comes. And it's loading game into memory. Probably pulling the ROM down. Of course, emulation. So that's a good sign, right? Probably works. Cart probably works. Yep, looks like this one fired up. I don't know much about Surround, but let's see. Let's do a reset. I think this one actually starts the game. Oh my god, it's like a Tron. Okay. Oh, is this a 2-player only game? Or is this something that, okay, so, okay. You're going to these different modes. Maybe this is a 2-player only game. Okay, it's different levels of things. Or is that just for, I don't know, maybe just for funsies? I got a bunch of manuals too to see if I can match any of these up. This is going to be a long-term process of me just sorting through cards that work, getting manuals, and just kind of understanding. I think this just has different colors. I don't think it's anything more than that. And I think this is a 2-player game, right? Oh, wait. Oh, is it just going really slow? Or, oh, this is a move-by-move basis. Okay, so, oh, interesting. So, on this one, I guess it's not just color. So, and the first one, it was like Snake, right? It was going on its own. And this time I'm having to make choices. Okay, which level was that? Let's see. Let's select. Okay, that's like 14 or 15. Let's just go to the second one and just see. All right. Like I said, I believe this is a 2-player game. Wait. What just happened? I think that was actually... Wait, I think... Okay, now I'm really confused. Okay, it looks like the first one is actually the computer, and I could be... Because I'm not doing anything in the first one. Okay. Okay, now I am controlling that one. Once again, second player is not being controlled. So do I need to put myself into the second player mode here? Or will I be able to find one that is... No, I don't know. All right, so anyway, that's not the point. The point is the game works, looks good. Yeah, Camkeeper says recommend Deoxit and a magic eraser to clean the context. That's a great suggestion, and something that I do. Hold on a second. Let's see if I've got. Did I do with it? All right. So you were absolutely right. Magic eraser is fantastic. I'll just, I usually keep Q-tips on hand. These are a few things I keep. This is 99% isopropyl alcohol, and that's just to dry out anything that may have like moisture, or if I need to clean off sticky or anything like that. But I don't usually clean the contacts unless it is like after a soldering job where I'm kind of doing something. But if you don't have anything else and you're desperate, I guess you could use some. Just get the highest percentage, which is the 99. The industrial's bad for the skin, but good to displace water, right, and moisture. So I just bought a little spray bottle here and put it in there because it's easier for me to manage. And if I I also have like a little Q-tips that I keep on hand, and I'll use that. Magic Eraser little chunks are really good. This is the one I prefer. You can buy it in a can. I have some in a can as well. But this gives me the ability to really get in there. This will improve contacts, right? And it's almost like an oil kind of, but an oil that's good for contacts. It creates it helps it protect. It protects from like oxidation, and it removes some oxidation too. So that's good. And that's usually what you have. You have oxidation that builds up on your contacts, and then you're not getting good contact. Hopefully we'll have to. We'll see if that will be like a second part of us kind of going through these if we run into any that are really big problem. You can get that off. You can get that off Amazon. It's kind of expensive, but you don't have to use a whole lot. So a little goes a long way with the deoxit. So, all right, this next one is. Let's take a look here. We got Street Racer. Street Racer. Did I show you this cart? Let's take a look. Yeah, a little goes a long way. Sure does. Oop, upside down. All right, this is the game program. Street Racer, they were kind enough. This is Atari first party, and they were kind enough to, give it a CX 2612. All these, if you never noticed, the carts they have these little numbers and stuff. So the CX, CX40. What does the CX stand for? I think I used to know that. I can't remember what the CX stands for. I used to know what that meant. They label the controller CX. But anyway, let's see. So this will tell you right here, 1 through 6, when we're going through those selections, we'll give a Street Racer. Then we got a Slalom, a Dodgem, a Jet Shooter, a Number Cruncher, Scoop Ball, and these will probably just be blocks. These are not that far from our original brown box, Magnavox Odyssey, multi-game systems, basic stuff. All right. Let's get this fired up. Let's see if we get something. Captain says, I picked up Adventure recently. Awesome. Always wanted a copy. Me too. Do I have a copy of Adventure? I'm trying to catalog this stuff too. That's going to be my next step. Let's see what we got, and then I'll catalog them. Yeah, that was kind of like, it was like the Tron light cycles earlier, Captain Kipper, in that previous game. Oh, look at these. Look at these. All right. Yeah, there we go. All right. Yeah, split down the middle. 2-player is what we want to do. Let's kind of, okay, that was actually the start. I'm sorry, I did say reset, didn't I? All right, so let's kind of go through. It said 1 through 6 was this type of race game, and then, so this is kind of like a space fighter thing. So we go from cars, right, to these forked-looking ships. Oh, these ships are totally forked. All right. Oh, and here we go. Got some other later kind of ships, right? More like an Enterprise type thing there. Okay, are we fighting against aliens or are those clouds? Unsure. And here's some looks like some biplanes, maybe some more earthly type of planes. Boy, we were really good with graphics back in the day, weren't we? Oh, what is this thing? This is kind of shaped like an Atari logo almost. Is this kind of like Monaco racing? Looks more like a Monaco type of racing, right? And this one has tongues at the front of it. Apparently, you can lick the numbers as they come by. I got a 2. I got a 6. All right, and okay, all right. Oh, what is that? That's an interesting shape. It's like, how many cool shapes can you make with these low poly blocks? All right. I've already forgotten what the games were. Let me take a look again here. Upside down every freaking time. Street Racer, Slalom, Dodgem, Jet Shooter, Number Cruncher, and Scoop Ball. I was totally wrong. I was putting stuff in there that wasn't even real, but Number Cruncher sounds interesting. Let's just play just a minute. Oh, this one actually says use with standard paddle controllers. So I should have gotten my paddles out for this one. I didn't think about that. I didn't think about having any paddles. I wonder what it would do when you try to control this with just your standard joystick. I can't remember. It's been so long since I've done something like that. Zoe says, not like bacon. Always need far more than a little bacon. Yeah, a little bacon does not go a long way. A little bacon goes nowhere. Captain, what's your Saturday been, or your Sunday been like? Or your Saturday for that matter? Whatever. All right. Yeah, this is non-functional. Look at that wreckage. This is non-functional without the paddles. But we're not here to test paddles. We're here to test carts. So just trust me. It makes that noise, and it does like that. All right. Next up is, what do we got here? Got some, it's time for some sports ball. I was out at the, I was actually at the Starbucks yesterday trying to get a peppermint mocha, right? Just getting a peppermint mocha. And it took close to 25 minutes because everybody else was out to get some peppermint mocha. But the real problem was our local sports team, our local university has a pretty good sports program, and part of the sports program is softball. And there was a lot of softball being played yesterday. I'm not sure if it was all our local university or if everybody was just playing softball this weekend, but there was a lot of people in the Starbucks. Took close to 25 minutes to get a drink that usually only takes me about 5. How dare they? Oh no, look, we'll have to. Let's also look, well, we'll look this morning as well. I know my friend told me that he was picking up stickers for some of these. You would usually have stickers on the end like here. So you'd have stickers on the end of the cart like right there. And then you'll have your face sticker, right? And this one appears to have lost that sticker. So we'll take a look to see if it'd be worthy or worth preserving that. TV's Travis, what's up? It is Sunday. That means, wait, you haven't seen? Recording, and typically I do film sack, but not today. Scott is out of town. We posted a round table. Oh, it's a very nice looking diamond. That looks very nice. I actually like that, and I don't believe we have to have a paddle for this one. You know what I didn't do a while ago? I wonder if that, I want to go back because I just realized that when I restart the machine, the controller loses connection, so I have to hit the button. All right, so, all right. So you just finished watching the movie for a night, TV's Travis? Excellent. Also, Captain says, good recovering, pinch the back, making room in the garage for patio furniture. Furniture now covered in snow. I hate that, but the reason why I laugh is it's relatable. Very relatable. Yeah, I also was having some trouble earlier today. I was having some back pain from some stuff I've been moving. Oh, you watching The Vitch? That's 2 V's. SNES Chalmers, what's up? Hey, the game is as old as all right. Let's take a look at this. All right, we got, oh yeah, look at this. Oh man, now this is a solid game. Look at this. Look at the complexities. This is no large blocks of weirdness like those previous ones. This has got the full deal. Is this also a 2-player type game only? I don't remember there being this many 2-player games. Is that a thing? I definitely need the manuals for these guys. So we've got 4 games, it looks like. Let's try number 2. Oh, is it now? Captain Kipper says this is the game and television used in their ads with George. Okay. All right. It looks like. Okay. Wait. Okay. I do have my controller on. I did see the guy swing. All right. Do I need to? Oh wait. Is this a movement based? Maybe I need to hook up a second controller so I can kind of pretend with some of these. Oh, the Plimpton. Oh, really? Plimpton ads had stuff? Wait. We gotta check that out. Just very briefly. Let me take a look at that. All right, let me get all this stuff moved around. That's interesting. All right, so there's a Plimpton ad for this one. This is Atari. Well, it would be called Intellivision, right? Intellivision had the ad. Intellivision, and this is what was this one called? Baseball? Was it just baseball? You guys, I'm just going to type in Plimpton. Those who don't know who Plimpton is, really wild television baseball, the closest thing to the real thing. All right, so let's take. There's a couple of commercials, and it seems like the most popular one. I'm going to play that one, the closest thing to the real thing. All right. Oh, that's a Facebook video. Screw you, hippies. Let me just go straight to YouTube. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. All right. Television, baseball. All right. I may have you guys help me out a little bit. George Plimpton, vintage commercial. Let's make sure we got the audio in the right channel. And let's get our window capture pulled up there. Here we go. Which one is the one that you guys remember? That is a 30-second ad. This one appears to be the first one potentially. And here's this one. This one seems to be, anybody remember one specifically? It looks like there were several of these. This one seems to be popping up the most. So let's take a look at this one.
Who better than baseball fans to compare baseball games? First, Atari home run baseball.
Where's the diamond?
Hey, there's only 4 players. Now, in television Major League Baseball.
First one on the list, or I'll go back.
What do you think?
He was up by a mile.
Television baseball. The closest thing to the real thing.
All right, let's roll back. So this top one here is the one that, just the one you talked about. Second one with me, but yes, there was a bit. Okay, so then the second one. All right, let's watch a few of them then. This is let me turn that off real quick. This is the one in question, we believe. This is Real Sports Baseball. So Real Sports Baseball for the Atari 2600, and we're taking a little side trip looking at George Plimpton. Did we look at the first one? Let's look at the first one.
B, Atari. If you thought A in television, you're absolutely correct.
Oh, wait. I think
you see, I
it
told
must
you
have
this
skipped.
question was easy.
All right. It started like way down the list. There we go.
Here's an easy question for you. Which of these games is the closest thing to the real thing? A, in television Major League Baseball.
That's pretty nice.
B, Atari baseball.
Some shade.
Here they are again, close up. A, in television. B, Atari.
That is some serious
if you thought
shade.
A in television, you're absolutely correct. You see, I told you this question was easy.
That is some serious shade. Let's
I'll
get
try
serious.
almost anything. So when Mattel
And games,
Electronics
man.
asked me to compare their Intellivision games with Atari, I gave it a try. I compared Atari baseball
Terry.
with Intellivision and found Intellivision played much more like real baseball. Then I compared Atari football with Intellivision. Again, Intellivision played more like the real game. In my opinion, if you try them both, there's only one conclusion you can come to.
Neither one of them will like real
Mattel
baseball.
Electronics.
Neither one of them will like real baseball, man. But thank you, Plimpton, and thank you so much for the Teggy Pop for that resub. Delicious. Nom, 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 nom. Ah, there we go. So let's take a look real quick. Was there... Let's look at Atari. What do we call this? Atari Real. What was it called? Real Baseball? Real Sports. Real Sports. And let's get rid of the Plimpton thing there. Real Sports Baseball. Just to see if we got a commercial here. This looks like somebody just playing it. Let's see. Oh, wait. Real Sports Baseball. Atari 2600 commercial. All right. Let's take a look.
I've been hearing the
so-called sports expert talking about his realistic home video baseball games. Well, I've played real baseball.
You've been fired back.
I also played the new Atari Real Sports Baseball, and I like it. Because I can sacrifice fly, as well as steal, pick off runners. Hey, it's baseball like baseball should be played. And who are you going to listen to anyhow? That other guy who just talks baseball? Or a nice guy like me who lives it?
New Real Sports Baseball, one in a series only from Atari.
I freaking love it. I freaking love it that they were having a back and forth. Let's take a look at how that. Let's see if we really can. I should have, if I didn't know there was going to be a battle royale on baseball, I would have done something different. All right. I wonder if I had the Intellivision baseball. Let me see what I got here. All right. Where you at here? Where you at? Whoop, there we go. All right, but I have my Intellivision here. Let's see what I have here. Oh my gosh. You guys hear all that? That was me dropping something, and then look at this. Look at this. Look what I have right within reach is my Intellivision does have a cart right in there. And this is the Major League Baseball. Look at that. So I do have my Intellivision. So maybe we'll have to look at that this week, maybe later this week. Make sure my Intellivision still runs. Do I have to do that? See if I can get this in frame. Nope, not quite. Not quite. Too much box. Let me just see if I can get it this way. Got the Intellivision in there. In the Major League. Maybe we have to give that a little try. Yeah. Voice module, baby. I made a mess trying to get that. But that's okay. So our real baseball does work. And I was hoping I could grab one of my CX40 controllers while I was in there, but now it made it just a big giant mess that I'll just have to take care of later. All right. So all right. Stay focused, Brian. Stay focused. Stay focused. Stay focused. We're looking at carts to see if they work. We're not doing the history of Atari and Intellivision. Okay, Brian? Stay focused. But I will soon. All right, next up, we got some Space Invaders, which are upside down, which is exactly how everything looks to them. So we got, oh, wow. Oh, my gosh. Holy smokes. Okay, 1 through 16 is one player, but then 17 through 112 is two players. They have 17 to 112 on the variations on the second. What the crap? All right. What would be the point? What would be the point? Also, the same. We're going to have to look to see if we can find some stickers. This one also is missing its top Space Invaders. All right. Hopefully this will fire up. So far, we've had 100%. 100%. But these are the carts that Chuck gave me, which he may or may not have. That's my friend, Chuck. He may or may not have at some point in time cleaned some of these carts. I don't know. Yeah, Captain Kipper, I love the labels were functional and practical, but they weren't nearly as fun as the Atari art we would get later on, right? Let's make sure our controller's in there. I am curious though. So we said 1 through such and such. Oh, that's just starts the game up, Brian. Let's see, 1 through, what was it, like 1 through 6? When does it get to 2-player? There? Oh, what is that? Why are the ships wait, why are the ships invisible there for a while? What modes are those? Okay, this is 2-player. What? All right. All right, that's going to be too far to go. How do we? Wow, once you get cycled in there though, I mean, that seems like that would take forever. Seems like that would take forever to get back around. Could be wrong, but what do I know? Can you hold it down for a little while and it like resets to the beginning? Is that a thing? Like a hard reset or something? Oh, I didn't turn it back on. Come on, Brian. Come on, Brian. Get your head in the game. In the real sports baseball game. Atari. Have you played Atari today? Ba 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 ba. Oh, so that first cart was the first one to sell over 1 million for that baseball. Very nice. On a real 2600, holding the mode button down makes them cycle through. All right. If you just hold it down, yes, it does seem to go a little faster, right? What if I held down the start button? Huh. Oh, there's a sound. All right. But, I mean, do I want to go through 112? Let's just see if there's anything weird. I'm assuming that, okay, so now we have 2 players on the field. Was there an invisible mode, like, where you couldn't see the aliens? Why are there so many modes? I mean, how many variations could there really be? Are some of these color variations like, hey, I'd like to see it a little faster. I'd like to see it in purple. I'd like to see it in purple. I mean, what is that all about? Let's see what the last one is. So we can go up to 112. It says, I didn't even know you could even cycle through on 100. Right? I didn't even know there was a third column in that selection. Okay, there we go. All right. 1, 2, 3. Let's wait until it gets invisible, but still single player. I want to see how that functions. All right. Okay. Oh, they're flashing. Oh man. Okay. Well, it showed up for a second and then they disappeared. All right. So it only shows up if you hit one, and then you get just a second to see where everybody is at. Oh, I hate that mode. Heck no. Anyway, the point is, it works. Space Invaders works. 117 is a lot of variants. It really is. Now, this was my cart. I know it works, but let's just double check it. I did clean this cart at one point in time using my deoxit. So this is my favorite cart. This is my favorite game. The Atari 2600. It's not even a question. It's my go-to. And this is my cart. Let's just make sure it still functions. We got it out. Why not? Yeah, the modes are definitely in the manual. Houdini7, what's up? What's up, Houdini7? Absolutely my favorite Atari game. Of course, that baseball looked pretty cool, if I could ever figure it out. Oh, where you at? Why is it not loading up? Why can't I? Why is it? Oh, there it is. There it is. No, do I go the other way? Do I go this way to the right? Heck no. Why would you ever go to the right? You know, you go to the left. Everybody knows that. Point is, you got to get through all these screens. See, now if I die, I will always end up respawning on the better side. If you go the other way, you'll spawn on the bad side. Why would you want to do that? Why would you do that to yourself? When you can just go left. Always go left, Houdini7. Everybody knows go left. Everybody knows that. But anyway, Atari Pitfall. Love it. Card still works. Next up out of the box is, let's see what we got here. This is Berserk. Are you Berserk? I'm Berserk. Let's get this back. Look at that artwork. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Look at that. Love it. Game program Berserk use with joystick controller. Let's see if this game can live up to the freaking hype that is this freaking. Look at that. And we got a Berserk on the top, too. Love that font. That's a great font. That's a great font. Love it. Oh, really, Captain says I have to do this for my carts. Berserk was the first game I bought. Very good. All right, let's fire this bad boy up. Oh, this is a good looking Berserk too. I mean, look, lots of times Atari had to downgrade their graphics to match like arcade stuff, but this time we got some pretty good stuff. Let's get into it. Let's Berserk it. Excuse me, sir. Excuse me. Look, that guy's killed himself. I didn't do nothing. There we go. How long should I wait before somebody comes along? Look how fast my feet are moving, and look how little I am actually moving on screen. North or south? Let's go north. Oh, walked right into a bunch of bad guys. Look at that. Oh no, I ran into the wall. It's Berserk time. All right, Berserk works. Berserk is a great cart. Maybe my second favorite game on the Atari. Let's see. We got Maze Craze. Maze Craze. Oh, that's just me. I mean, you can look at me if you want to, but you know, here we go. Maze Craze, a game of cops and robbers. So not about you eating corn, right? Not about you eating corn. You're not crazy for Maisie. This is a game of cops and robbers. I'm assuming it is a Pac-Man clone because we were doing our maze games during this time. So let's find out. Stay off the walls. Right, Houdini 7? So far, we're 100%. We haven't had to clean one cart, but once again, like I said, we're still working through the ones that Chuck gave us, and he may have cleaned these carts. He may have already done that. He's diligent like that. All right. Got worried there for just a second. Oh, look at this. This is a real maze. This reminds me of the mouse maze when you would play the original Sega Master System. Remember that? Okay, so this is a true maze. Oh, look at this. Okay. This looks like it starts off as a two-player. I guess it's competitive. And, yeah. Because it looks like there could be two players. Not sure about all the modes here, but once again, the important part is we are running a cart that works. This first level doesn't seem to be too bad, but it would be more insane. Oh yeah, I love that. That's the noise they would have. I don't know what number that was in their sound banks, but that was always a good one. You also got that in Defender, right? Also a game I got to get. All right, we got two more in the Chuck Fed boxes, and then we will move on to the stuff we picked up from the thrift store yesterday, and we'll see if it is going to be a good one. This is Pole Position, another pretty decent Atari game. We've got front sticker, and top sticker, so that's good. Capkeeper says it was money. Talking about that Berserk, almost 40 CAD, almost 150 today. Crazy. TV Travis says, pretty sure Pole Position was the first video game I ever played. Very good. And it's like, pole position, I always sing the cartoon song. All right, nice colors. They could have went with just basic. We've seen them do that before, just basic, blocks. But no, we got full-on color here. Fairly easy to steer. Starts right into the game. Didn't give me a whole bunch of trouble with choosing stuff. I am obviously in low gear. Okay, so the opponents are just basic colors, but my car, which is the important car, is a little nicer. I'm keeping it sane by not shifting up, but I think you just push up on the controller or down on the controller. Down on the controller is shift down, which makes sense, right? All right. A little less controllable, but pretty smart game, right? Overall, pole position, smart game for the Atari 2600. Doing a little bit of dodging, collisions. Look at me, I did it. Look at me. I'm a pole position champ. Yeah. That's almost like an Activision game, doesn't it? And finally, speaking of other companies, let's take a look at this Donkey Kong, which I never owned back in the day, but I was always envious of those who did. Nintendo's own Donkey Kong for the 2600. Video game cartridge for use with the Atari video computer system and Sears. Was it called Telegames? Is that what theirs was called? I believe it was. Different colored cart. Let's fire up this Atari 2600 game from a Nintendo. It is a good version. I hear it's a good version. This particular arcade port, Nintendo port. All right, that was this is the last one of the probably well kept carts from Chuck. We'll move on to the crap we picked up yesterday. ColecoVision was the best. We'll have to see if that's we'll see if that's a fact. That's a fact, Jack. All right, here we go. Playing some Mario on my Atario. Mario on Atario. Oh, no, go. Oh, man. How could I suck so bad? That game I'm so good at. Oh, I know why. Because the stupid stick. Ah! Pass the plunger is up in the house. Woo! What is up, my good friend? How's it going? What is going on? If you're not following streamer Pass the Plunger, what are you even doing with your life? We're wrapping up this part, and then we're about to move on to some carts we've got to check to see if they work with our Atari 2600. Well, actually, this is the 7800 plus, but they are Atari 2800 carts we picked up, 2600 carts, excuse me. That was the last one we were pretty confident was going to work, and we're going to move on from there. Welcome in. Oh, hi, everybody. King K. Roo. What's up, my friend? Yeah, what is going on? How's it? How is your stream today? We don't always do Sunday mornings, but when we do, it's crazy stuff where we're looking at, real hardware stuff. I haven't got in my Atari Pac-Man version of the yellow one, the new one that Atari just released that was on pre-order since July, and I haven't got mine yet. I'm not bitter about it. Whatever. Even though my friend across town got his earlier this week, and I've even contacted support and nothing. But anyway, they still haven't sent it. Anywho, but they did at least send me this, which is the CX40 Plus, which is the wireless Ghost Edition. I did get this. I pre-ordered both of these. I actually pre-ordered this after ordering the other, but whatever. I'm not bitter. What is going on? Welcome in. What were you guys playing? Were y'all playing something cool? I pulled out my ColecoVision and dropped everything. It was great. It was great. It was great. Leave Grandpa alone. He can't help being a gingerbread man. Oh my God. Oh, it's hilarious. My significant other was just talking about gingerbread men the other day, and she was trying to explain some kind of yard decoration that was a gingerbread man. And she said, oh, I was going to buy this decoration. And it was a gingerbread, but they wanted $40 for it. And it wasn't even a full-size gingerbread man. And I was like, what? I was like, what do you mean? And she's like, it's not a full-size gingerbread man. It's just, a little. And I'm like, how big do you think a gingerbread man is? And is there even a gingerbread? What are you talking about? The cookie? Are you talking about the gingerbread man on Shrek? Is there a... She said, yeah, it's only like 16 inches tall or something. I'm like, what do you compare? Have you been seeing real gingerbread men? And I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, Ginger Mega Man. But yeah, I was like, okay, all right. Whatever you think the right size is for a gingerbread man. Apparently, I have not been thinking about it in the right way. So I've got to see it, I suppose. Yeah, some BS, man. Little bitty gingerbread man, only 16 inches tall. Psh. Psh. Everybody knows real gingerbread men are like 2'3". Everybody knows that. Everybody knows that. All right, so what we did yesterday is we went to the thrift store and picked up a couple of things. I'm no past the plunger, right? So I don't get to go look at in boots and stuff. So I have to go to the U.S. thrift stores. I picked up some of these, which are just some 360 Xbox 360 cables, some component level and some composite. It is because I have several, and I thought, why not? You're only like a couple of bucks. But what I did find was a whole sack full. A sack full of Atari 2600 games, never been tested, in some carts that I wasn't quite sure about the shape. I'm like, oh, that's interesting. And then, of course, some classics that we all know, but I have not looked at these at all. I have not cleaned them or anything. But some championship soccer. You may know that as football. But the one thing that really got me the most excited was I did find Riddle of the Sphinx. So this is an iMagic game. So that was always quality. Oh no, I didn't snooze the ad, so we're gonna go into an ad here in a minute, guys, for on Twitch. But it'll just be just a minute, and I'll try to find some things to do that are not super cool if you do have to watch that ad, and I'll wait for you guys. Got some ice hockey, right? Astro Smash, yeah. Houdini7 says, I have OG Xbox 360 with HD DVD. Yes, that's what I got too. Drive in the Basement. Yes, I got one of those as well. So the ad has started, so we're going to give everybody a chance to get back. And what I'm going to do, maybe we'll watch another one. Let's take a look at some of these Atari 2600 commercials while everybody does that. And I'm going to try to pick up the Intellivision that I dropped behind me during our last little look. So hold on one second as we look up some Atari 2600 commercials from 1977 to maybe later. So let's see, 30 seconds of this guy, 30 seconds of that guy, another 30 seconds. These all commercials are 30 seconds. Sweet. All right. Let's just grab this huge. Oh my! Well, this is all right. Let's take a look at Retro Rabbit Steel.
Let's see your best pitch.
Yeah, Atari.
The Atari video computer system is 20 cartridges.
Activated anti-shield. Anti-ad shield. Very good.
You can't keep me in here, Atari.
Breakout cartridge. Need to find one of those.
Tonight, play it.
I'd like an Atari 2600 system, please, and everything that goes with it. Everything? You sure want everything? I want everything. Now you get a new low price, up to $30 a rebate office, and a free pack. Is that everything? It's not everything. You can get nearly 300 different cartridges. 300? That's nothing. It's something. But it's not everything. Soon there'll be a voice module, trackball, remote control joysticks, and a computer keyboard. It's amazing. It's amazing, but it's not everything. It's not everything. Soon there'll be educational games, too. Is that everything? That's everything. For now.
For now.
The Atari 2600.
Now get up to $30
Why?
offers plus a free pack.
Atari Anonymous. My son Boris.
Atari Anonymous.
Command problem.
My mission in life is to save all of mankind.
Lately, my daughter has developed a similar problem with Atari warlords. Now with video pinball, my husband is acting funny lately. With Atari games so ingenious, so involving, so intense, I ask you, Atari Anonymous, is this problem contagious?
Berserk, you're on. Hey, where you going? The video arcade. You can't play Berserk at home. Now you can. Atari. It's Berserk inside.
It's Berserk.
Where robots shoot with electric rays.
Why are they making Berserk sound like a fun game? Berserk is stressful as crap.
And only for systems from Atari.
Have you played Atari today?
All right. Everybody's back. We just watched a couple of some commercials and cleaned up that Intellivision mess we made earlier when we dropped everything. So, hi, we're back. Let's keep checking through our carts here. Last we looked at the Donkey Kong. That should be the last one that we were pretty sure we're going to be clean and working. And now we're going to move on to our thrift store finds. Yeah, but am I keeping up with Commodore, says King. Yeah, right. I can't wait to... I did order the Commodore 64, the ultimate one they have with Perifractic. So, yeah, I'm excited about getting that one, too. But I feel like it's going to be delayed just like everything else in my life. Just like the Atari 2600 Pac-Man edition that I still haven't gotten, even though it's been, 2 business weeks. I'm not bitter. That's right, Houdini 7. Ads during the ads. Cool ads during the ads. Right? All right. Randomly going to grab here. This is... We're also looking at labels, too. So we're going to kind of look around a little bit, see if we can find some label replacements for some of these guys. If it's worth it. If it's something that even makes sense. So this is one of those weirder shaped cartridges that I was talking about earlier. And this is Super Challenge Football. So we'd seen some baseball and some baseballs and television smack talk between on some commercials. And let's just take a look at this American football with this weird shaped cart. We're just going to pop it in there and see. This is our first test on these guys. May or may not work. No idea. We are doing this on our Atari 7800 Plus. Looks like it is loading it in, and we're getting no game detected. So we'll put that in the probably needs to be cleaned, and if we get a chance, we'll clean a few of these. I have some, if I have some 99% isopropyl alcohol, if we have any sticky stuff, we hope we can get through that. And then we've got some Q-tips. I don't have any magic erasers right now, but I usually keep those on hand. I need to get some more. I got to get some more containers and some magic erasers, and we got some contact here. So this is what's known as deoxit. I ordered this off. I forget where I got this from. Anyway, it goes a long way. It's got a little tip. That way I don't like. I have some kind that are in spray and stuff I use for my audio electronics, but I prefer this when I'm working with carts and different electronics. So this kind of greases up and makes our contacts better. Gets rid of that nastiness. That oxidation. So we'll do that too. God, thank you for the follow, King K. Rule. Thank you, sir. All right, got some ice hockey this time around. All right. Oh, look, we got like a, what is this? Oh, this must have been part of a place called the Game Exchange. Buy, sell, what is that? Rent, trade. All right. I always like those. Oh, that's in Greenwood. Very good. Oh, I remember the Game Exchange. All right. So the lady at the thrift store told me that they had quite a few show up lately, and people were picking them up. And I'm like, oh, cool. And I was like, I wonder if those other people have also picked up their Ataris today. Mm-hmm. The guy goes batshit. Ice Hockey Atari ad is the best. Oh, we're going to take a look at that one then. We'll go back and take a look at that. No game detected again. Dadgummit. All right, so we went from 100% success rate to 100% fail rate from our thrift store finds. Not entirely surprising. Okay, I got to use both hands. Might be some sticky in there. Might have to de-sticky on that one. Probably should be cleaning these before I stick it in here, but I like to live fast and loose, right? I mean, I got another one of these 7800 pluses. Who cares? Football. Here we go. We're going to use this joystick controller. Only 1 through 3 in modes. This is obviously American football. Let's stick this in. This looks more like first-party Atari instead of that other one, which What did it have? Whatever that thing was. I don't know who the crap that is. I'll have to look those carts up. You leveled up. How does that work then? So I believe Botrix does that. So that's kind of just you get points, I think, on Botrix. I've got to go back and make sure that's all functioning properly. Oh, look at this. We have a half game. Look at that. This game almost kind of wants to work, but not quite. Almost kind of wants to work. Maybe just a reseeding. Does this work with Atari carts? Now, this has the old spring type loaded, supposed to protect it, and it kicks out and everything. So this probably, I don't know if I can really show you that part, 'cause it's kind of hard to see in there. But these carts also had like a little protective hinge that would like pop out and kind of cover the cart itself. Houdini 7, it's in 1960 mode, psychedelic mode, right? Yeah, King K rules. Where's my gifts, bro? Where's my gifts? Zero, is it Zero Gameplay 87? Welcome in. Thank you for the follow. Is it Cairo or Zero? I'm assuming Zero, since Cairo is spelled differently, but you know, who am I to judge? All right, so we had an almost work there, so we're gonna put that one on that side. This is the one I was most excited about when I found it, though, because I'm always loving the eye magic stuff, right? And this is Riddle of the Sphinx, and I actually don't have this one. I thought I did at one point in time, but I don't know if I gave it away or lost it, or maybe I'll find it later. Probably find it later. Well, we're just really risking it here. We just that did not go in. That does not feel good. Look at me just living by the seat of my pants. Yeah. Billy Codehound, what's up, my friend? That's right, when Houdini 7 says, when one levels up, they're required to buy donuts for the entire chat. You leveled up. I prefer apple fritters. No game detected. Blast. We're like, what, like 98.7% success rate? I'm curious also, like, have I made the mistake of sticking one card in that's like now gummed up the works inside the cart receptacle? That's what you call that, right? The receiver unit. I actually did that the other day with a video cassette. And I had to get my video cassette cleaner out. Oh, wait, what is this? Oh, it's kind of doing the same things it did before. Oh, look at this. We got our first. Yeah, iMagic comes through with our first game. I assume it looks like it's working. It looks like it is working. For those who are just tuning in, of course, we've got our wireless CX40 Plus controller. So it works with this little dongle here. Rechargeable. Let's just see what happens here. I'm not even sure that's actually working. Okay. Oh, it looks like I am working here. Interesting. Oh, look at. Okay. I'm trying to remember if this how this game worked. I think it is. Interesting how it. All right. I mean, I'm no good at it. It's been so long. I'm assuming we're just throwing rocks, right? We're Phoenix people, right? We got some. What are these, ostriches or camels? Okay, can you shoot the camels or the ostriches, or are they just in the way? They're just kind of in. Can't jump on them or anything, right? All right. Yeah, this is nice. This is bold. I mean, most games did not go with a white background. I'm also slowing down due to like my health. I got to get the book out and read this one. I have only played this like once or twice ever, and I don't remember much about it. So look, we had success. So quality does count. Thank you for the follow, Voigt. Come on in. Welcome in. Hope you're having a good one. Retro Tanky Pop says, alternate title, Hulk Goes to the Beach. Holy smokes. Okay, so good on you. So you put in the time and you iMagic, that card still works. Probably due to quality work. All right. Next up, we have Game Program Combat, which we didn't have one in the other one. No, Invisible Tank. Now this is wasn't this like a pack-in, or did just everybody own it? I can't remember. It works because nobody played it, says Taz. Rude. I imagine games are usually pretty good. At least different, right? At least different. Bravo, says Philly Codehound. Bravo. Yeah. Cab Kipper says combat was fun, but early cart came with the 20s. That's what I was thinking. I thought I remembered that correctly. Okay, good. Thank you for your verification. I appreciate that. Up. It kind of wants to work. Being one of the earlier games, they may have had a higher quality control, right? That's something we did with Atari? I don't think so. I think that was just a NES thing, right? I don't think we ever blew these, right? We don't. I don't know. Anyway, I did. I blew on it, reinserting it. Let's just see what happens. So not too good from the thrift store pickup so far. Definitely need some maintenance. That's fine. Maybe these sat out in somebody's garage for years. Who knows? My favorites, though, are the non-labeled carts. Those are always the most fun. We found a Frogger recently doing that. It could have been Strawberry Shortcake or Frogger, and we got the Frogger, so that was good. Looking a little better. Loading game seems to be going longer. Loading this into the memory. This is a virtual, this is emulation, right? In these 7800 pluses, they're not FPGA or anything like that. No, not real hardware. Okay. All right. It's trying. It's trying for sure, right? It's not doing great, but it's trying. I'm going to put that in the football stack of I'm trying, right? Didn't we decide that football game wanted to try, but didn't? Let's get to our first non-label cart. I'm also not familiar with the shape of this cart. Like the Parker Brothers were real easy to see, but does anybody know who is M Network? I'm not familiar with that. Does that say Mattel? Yeah, it did say Mattel. This says Mattel on it. Okay. Oh, look at you. Look, Captain Kipper knows. Captain Kipper's like, duh, Brian. That's a Mattel game. Obviously. Duh. All right, got a little loading game. Oh, no game detected. All right, let's pull it out, reinsert it. That one seemed pretty sure of itself, right? Come on, Mattel. Get with it. Smash. Oh, no game detected at all. Come on, man. All right. Put that in the... Ain't gonna happen. All right, we go with some championship soccer. Championship soccer. Look at that. All right, user joystick controller. No top label. I have to take care of that later. And this is also the Game Exchange. Come from the Game Exchange. How many times did you reinsert your carts before you were positive the cart needed cleaning? Oh, no game detected again. All right, that's fine. What did we got? Like 98% maybe. All right, we got we got Telstar games. So this is, if I remember correctly, and correct me if I'm wrong, especially Captain Kipper, I think you probably have exhibited strong memories of this. This is the telegames. So Atari, yep, there, look at there. Sears, Roebuck, and company down at the bottom. Sears had their telegames, which was just Atari. 2600 rebranded for them. I don't think it was anything mechanically different other than this, the branding. And this maybe would have been one that you would have picked up. Tilt, bonus balls. Man, don't I know it. And rollovers. Let's see what the Telstar games are like. Let's see if these things just held up through time. I feel like it's a virus. Oh, no game detected. Come on. Like this one should work. Like this one should be. It went in really smooth, so I thought maybe it'd work. You know what I mean? It felt good. Some of these other ones have been kind of like I feel a little bit off, but maybe not. The loading game. Oh, met dirt. Oh, we got a half cart. Okay, half cart. So we're getting there. Once again, I may have just screwed myself up by sticking crap in. Right, that's what usually happens. It's like, oh, I'm just gonna just go willy nilly and just try. All right, look at there. Got another Mattel game. I'm assuming, or because it's got that shape. I'm assuming. Is this a Mattel thing? It looks like it is. Let's see. So far, no Mattel game has worked. I don't believe so. And that's the last of those. We may try to clean a few of these real quick. No game detected. All right, so let's work our way back. In the meantime, let's go look at that commercial. What commercial were we talking about earlier that we thought might be amazing? Atari 2600. What game was off the hinge? What did you guys say? Oh, I love old store stickers on carts. Yes. Right, Tangy Pop? Look at that. Who needed 7 even said earlier. I wonder if you should clean first, to avoid getting gunk on the console's connectors. Whatever. All right. Probably a great idea. Need some Q-tips and alcohol and yeah, I've got those, and so I may have to go that route and then deox a little bit. So let's just verify. Let's verify that we haven't introduced gunk necessarily into our carts by pulling in a known good cart and just see. Let's just see what happens, just to make sure we haven't jinxed ourselves completely. Oh no, we did. In my excitement and hubris, I have screwed myself over. Maybe all of this has been for naught. All right, let's so that first game we may have stuck in here just may have been the goopiest gunk of all, and we messed ourselves up completely from getting a real. I'm gonna have to deoxidate that socket. Absolutely. The best way to do that is just to put some deoxit on one of the carts and work it in and out. Well, work in and out. So Donkey Kong, just a reinsert on Donkey Kong seems to have been enough. So I don't think maybe it's as bad as I thought. Okay. Maybe that was just, just bad luck. Bad luck. I'm going to take a look at visual inspection on this one cart. And I think maybe I might just put a little bit of alcohol and use my Q-tips. Hold on a second.
Welcome to Club Atari. What's your pleasure? Break out? Here's something new. Circus Atari.
Circus Atari. Q-tips.
Cartridge, sir. Fez is here.
99% alcohol.
We meet again, Fez.
Yes, a little game of Space Invaders, perhaps?
Space Invaders, perhaps?
For fun, of course. No other company offers you as many different video game cartridges as Atari.
How far is far? Is that David Crane? Retro Rat. Oh, look at that. Looks like Pitball went some sports. Okay, so nothing obvious has appeared on the Q-tip from the cleaning of this unmarked cart. Oh. But let's deox it. It's up to Defender to save them.
Played Defender? It's the newest of the smash hit
hit-home video games that just keep coming, only from Atari.
You did better than me.
You did better than me. All right, we've deoxed it a little bit. We're going to work it in and out. All right. Now, let's see what we got. Enduro. All right, let's see if that helped any. We isopropyl alcohol, 99% on it. And then we deoxed the cart, worked it in and out a couple of times. Let's see what we got. Oh, still no game detected. All right. Now I went very sparingly on the deoxit. You know, as you do. Gonna work it in and out a couple more times. Careful to go straight down in the pins, right? I don't want to like go sideways too much. I'm kind of going straight up and down. And I may wiggle it just a little bit, but not too much. Not so much, and side to side, not like back and forth like that. I'm trying to go kind of side to side so that, you know, I'm not going to bend pins. But maybe if there's anything on the actual contacts, that may help it some. Now, that could be something deeper problem. Could be a deeper problem than this, but we'll go that route first. Let's hope for something. Loading game. What we got? Is that longer than last time? I think that's longer than last time. What? Chicken what? Yes! Yes! Success! We have it. We have some success, baby. Look at that. So just a little patience. Takes that little deoxit just a minute to get rid of some of that. My controller's off. All right. Here we go. We got some baseball, baby. We got some smack talk baseball. Which one is this, though? Does anybody know which one? And why does the pitcher have what I can only assume is he's excited to see baseballs? Once again, I think this is a two-player game. I don't think you can play it. Can you play it single player? I'm going to go back through. So this seems to be a Mattel baseball game. So in television baseball on Atari, says Captain Kipper. God returned. Ray, what is going on? So let's take a look. Atari Mattel baseball. Let's see what we see out here. I see a television commercial. Doesn't look like that one. And of course, we got all these other Mattel things. Surely, okay, M Network. Okay, so I'm seeing, okay, so here we go.
Graphically, Super Challenge Baseball is an impressive-looking baseball game, especially on the VCS.
Okay, so this is Super Challenge
Pitching works well,
baseball.
Running works well. If you put it on advanced difficulty, you can even steal bases. There's a lot to like in here, but even after you understand the mechanic of holding the button and multi-tapping the joystick until the right fielder is selected, it can still feel
I need my
clumsy and
post-it
somewhat
notes.
frustrating. So
Okay.
rather than playing a good game of baseball,
I'm going to
I found myself
forget.
struggling with the game just to do
I'm
what I knew
absolutely going to
needed
forget
be
what this
done.
is. So I'm going to
You
put it,
shouldn't have to fight a game. You should
I'm going to
just
put it
have
off to the
play
side.
a game.
Mhm.
Also of note,
I'm going to put it off to the side, and we're going to forget what it is, and you guys are going to remind me later. Hondo, what is up? Diamond Twitch, what is up? Welcome in. Hi. Oh, hi. Black Diamond Twitch, what is going on? Tron Deadly Disc. All right, so all we've done so far is we deoxed that one cart, which hopefully maybe have cleaned the contacts on the actual Atari 7800 Plus itself. And if we had any gunk there, that may have taken that. So we're going to kind of walk back through and go through all the games that we did not have success on. I'm curious about that. This football game almost worked, right? Let's just, let's do that. Let's go back and look at this is American football. The footballs. Let's take a look to see if we can figure out this thrift store find. will work. Oh yeah, the Star Wars game. I'd love to have that one, Ray. Right. Thought you were going to see Atari. Okay, so I'm still seeing some glitches. Is that just how the game looked until you started? Or okay, I'm not sure if that block in the corner is just how it looks. I'm assuming this is once again is going to be a 2-player game, and I'm not going to be able to really do anything, but I can verify that the game appears to be working now. I'm not sure. Okay. Like I said, I don't know a lot about the game, but I do notice that it looks functional. So we're gonna put that as a we're gonna take that as a win. So it seems like with a little cleaning, we have 2 carts that are working. I'm still interested about this telegames. We'll just put that in there. This is that Sears version. Some of those multi-game carts you would get. And maybe just deoxiding in there. Probably a little bit of deoxid just kind of like still floating around on the what's the word I'm looking for? The bay, the insert, the receptors, the receiver. Oh, look at this. It's already looking better. Why am I playing pinball all of a sudden? All right, look at that. Maybe we have a little more luck here. Maybe a lot of our failures were just, based on that. Okay. Okay. Not getting any sound. All right. How do you... Oh, there it goes. All right, there's the sound. All right. Okay. Okay, that's an interesting way to play pinball. Uh-oh, it's going towards the hole. Can I rock the boat? Oh. Yep, there we go. Oh. Come on. Come on. Come on. How do you rock the table? Oh, there we go. All right. All right, so it seems to be working now. Okay, so let's go through some of the different games here. Looks like they're all just variations on... Yeah, just looks like it's all variations of this rudimentary pinball game. Okay. Neat. Yeah, give me the Empire Strikes Back one. That's the one I always think of when I think about the Atari. Black Diamond says, "Good morning, Brian. This takes me back to cleaning Atari carts as a kid back in the 80s. Yeah, it used to be a lot tougher, right? You'd use some of your mom's 70% isopropyl alcohol that probably was sitting in the medicine cabinet, and go about your business. And now we're using 99% isopropyl alcohol. I think this might only be 97%. I don't think I have any more than 99. And we're using some deoxit to kind of take off some of the worst of the problems with the contact. Yeah, pink eraser was used. Yeah, it was also a great thing to do. That's a great way to do it, which is kind of what we do with the magic eraser now, right? So maybe we just got some gunk when we first inserted in. I wish I remembered. I should have marked which ones I did first, so I could see who was suspect. Oh yeah, these all seem to be working a lot better now. Of course, like I said, some of this could be... Oh, look at this. Yeah. And these are also all 2-player games for the most part. Oh, but it looks like... Oh, looks like a little auto help. It's like a little auto help on that side. Okay. All right, so having good success now. That was championship soccer. And the next step, of course, after we get through testing all these and cleaning them and cataloging them, we'll move on to seeing if we can find some labels and some manuals eventually. I have a big stack of manuals. I thought I had them at the hand, but I may have to dig for them. Hopefully not too much, though. Well, it's not way down there, is it? That's a bunch of crap. No, I think it's up there. All right. How we looking? Captain says, the only box I have is for ET. I'm not really concerned that much about the boxes. I'm just not like that. As long as the game is functional and I can find the instructions, that's the most important part to me. Because I like for people to be able to have an opportunity to play these games. You know, it's nice to have a couple of complete in box so we can see the whole experience, but I don't think having all of them is necessary for me, for my use. Used to always play this, and I think I always went with number 2. I always liked the planes too, are fun. Oh, I like the jets better though. The biplanes were okay, but I was more of a jet kind of guy, right? I never played open combat like that. I always at least picked this one. And this is a 2-player type game. Oh, I forgot how eye-bleeding these could be. Oh, I love that sound. Can you, like, curve these things, too? Wasn't that like a... Yeah, you can kind of curve them just a little bit. Which I always thought was hilarious. And, like, how very accurate. Because you can kind of... Yeah, look at that. You can kind of bank it around the corner. If you hit it just right. What a cheating piece of crap. But I always loved it. I don't know if they did that intentionally or if that was just, you know, something that it did. So is it only in some modes you can curve the bullets and not all modes? I guess I just never went through all the modes. But that was always my favorite bit, to curve them, because somebody be coming around the corner and you could just like nail them. Love that. Combat's a classic. Classic. Black Diamond says, that's right, Brian. Bathroom cabinet, isopropyl alcohol in the Q-tips. I did pick these up at the thrift store. They're about $3 a piece. I probably could have. So the thrift stores I have around here, or most of them, are like, they're usually tied into stuff like people donate and then they take the proceeds to get people back to work. Like Goodwill does a lot of that. They have Job Connection. Then the other places, I've got the hospice store, which gives money to those who are, you know, end of life, and helping families deal with that. And I think that's where I got these, from the hospice store. We also have the Pathway House, which is one that focuses on trying to get people back on track. Right. And there's another one too. I can't recall which one it is. It's also another on track. But I think the Pathway House is mostly getting people back to being housed and giving them opportunities, kind of like Job Connections. But then there's also one that always makes me, it's the one that makes me the saddest. I can't remember which one what it's actually called, because I can't remember. But anyway, it's the one that deals with people who are fighting addictions. And that one's always the one that kills me, because it's also the place where you go to when you're trying to get a second chance. So you'll be in there and you'll be looking at the old school junk that people donated to, you know, kind of help put money back into the community for this kind of stuff. And then the people who are actually in need will come in and they'll be looking for sponsorship, which is how they get back on their feet. You know, they have to have, you get a second chance, but in order to really have that second chance, you have to convince somebody to give you a sponsorship where they kind of like help you along the way, right? And it's always heartbreaking whenever you go in someplace like that, and it's just like, yeah, there's no available sponsors right now. So yeah, Cap Kipper, $3 for the hospice stores where I got this from, and I don't mind doing that. It's matter, you know, they'll usually look like, oh, you don't want to like bargain or deal, and I'm like, no, just matter of fact, round it up or do a little extra. It's nothing. I'm not doing anything. I'm not like going, oh, look at me, I'm doing the thing. No, I'm just saying it's the minimum I could do. It's the very minimum I could do, and I need to do more. But I definitely am not going to, you know, I definitely intentionally go into these places with the attitude of, I'm not looking for a deal. If I get a deal, cool, but I'm not looking for a deal. I'm looking to, you know, appease my addiction of retro hardware, and hopefully maybe some of that can go somewhere good. So if you get a chance to support that, do it. It's good. I mean, don't be a hoarder like me, but, you know, do it. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of Goodwill because of their overall operations, but I will say there is an impact in our local community where I see people getting opportunities through the job connections part. So I try to keep it in perspective. But overall, Goodwill is not my favorite. It's not my favorite. So yeah, $8, $3 to $8 is what I usually see most of these generic Atari carts go for. 2600 carts here in the U.S. in the southern part. So it is what it is. This is another one of those Mattel games. Didn't work the first time. Doesn't look like it's going to work the second time. So maybe we need to do a little cleaning. This might have been the one, I think might be one of the first ones we put in. And maybe this is the naughty boy. Maybe this is the naughty boy. Maybe this is the one that kind of put us off on getting where we need it to be. So I'm going to very lightly spray some alcohol in here. Oh yeah, this one's dirty. It's not like crazy dirty, but it definitely has some gunk. Some gunk. Not a lot, but a little bit. Throw my little Q-tip up there, but let me see if you can kind of get in there. Nothing too terribly dirty, but just a little dirty. Ah! Nah. Focus on the tiny Q-tip camera. Focus on just trust me. It was dirty. All right, let's see. And we're going to also juice this one up a little bit with our deoxic, which we've been talking about. Little goes a long way, but this will, hopefully get rid of any of that build up and allow us to have good contacts again. It's kind of almost like an oil. Holy smokes. I got my Q-tip down here inside the cart trying to be careful and focus. And then Skits, this is resub. Thank you so much, Skits. What is going on, my friend? I hope it's a good one for you today. We picked up some carts, some Atari 2600 carts from one of our local thrift stores. And we've been trying to go through them and see what works. And some of them are always the fun ones. My favorite, I mean, these are really just my favorite. I love when there's no label on it. I mean, it's a pain to try to get to where I need to be to get the labels, but it's so much fun not knowing. It's just like, no label-y. Let's get in there. Uh-oh, I dropped my deoxit. Then I hit my head. I do love my deoxit. This stuff expensive, though. This stuff is expensive, but it goes a really long way. So if you plan on using them a lot, why not? But I don't want to spill it. Liquid gold dripping away. Yeah, hoping for Discotron. Oh, that would be awesome. So I'm going to continue to, I'm going to wiggle like we talked about. Wiggle it just a little bit. Left and right. Does not bend the pins. Cause undue stress on the part itself. But to kind of, work it in a little bit. Work it in just a little bit. I didn't think about that, Houdini 7. No label. Hope it's not one of those mature games. I didn't think about that. That's a good point. I don't think I've ever had a mature Atari game, but they did indeed make them. Luckily, this is the Mattel shaped cart. So you're going to assume, oh, what is this? Okay. I don't know what this is. Looks like a Pac-Man cops and robbers kind of thing. Let's kind of go through the selections on this. No? All right. All right. Oh, I'm out. Okay. Oh, this is cool. This definitely looks like a cops and robbers kind of thing. This game looks familiar, but I can't place it. Oh, this is cool. It's a Mattel game. Oh, everybody's yelling Dark Cavern. Okay, is that a good find then? I do remember seeing Dark Cavern before, but I don't remember much about it. But I like this. It's kind of more complicated game. Some of the simple games can be fun, but neat. And it only seems to have one mode, so I'd say it's not bad. Very good. Look at that. Okay, they're turning. I don't understand what the different colors mean, but I'm assuming purple bad. I'm blue. I want to kill purple. Oh, and some are turning orange too. I love the color schemes. I didn't even know Atari 2600 could make that particular color. That orangish kind of color. That's a really cool color. That is almost neon. I like that. Huh. I don't like that. Okay, and that was Dark Cavern. So you guys kind of remember that Dark Cavern is the other one that was completely unlabeled. So we got 2 more to go through. We kind of know, we know what this one is. This is the last Mattel one we have, and it is called Football. Feetball. But what was, wait. Super Challenge Football. But wasn't that the name of the other one? Wait a minute. Do I have 2 Super Challenge Footballs, or did somebody stick a label back on the wrong thing? The label on it now, right? I put it in the pile. I was looking for. I was looking for my Post-it notes. I can't find them. Tweet. What about your bull stank? Oh, what is that? Okay. So may need to clean this one. I think this is actually the very first cart we put in. Okay, so we're gonna do our little alcohol, very light alcohol, 99% isopropyl alcohol clean again with our Q-tip. Gonna get in there, and then gonna go a little deoxit in there. Even help those contacts a little bit. You hear that? A little ASMR, just so. I know I got Post-it notes around here somewhere. I couldn't put my hands on them, so I'm gonna probably have to go back and either watch the video or just stick them in again and go, oh yeah, and just label it then. I don't have that many to go through, so I think it'll be fine. All right, get my deoxys in there. Just rub it with a little needle. Just a little needle rub, little drop. Maybe just a little rub. Do that. There's something satisfying about that. Why is something a little satisfying about that? I might not even be picking it up. I don't think my mic's picking it up except when I talk. Okay. Because it's trying to get rid of that noise. All right. Work it back and forth a little bit. Work it. All right. See what we got here. See if that was that enough. Was that the magic? Is that the magic? I feel good about it. Like it's gonna work. Yeah. Feel good about this. Yeah. Yeah, it didn't do anything. Oh, there it goes. Very good. Oh, it did work. Very good. All right. So this is okay. So this is yeah. This is not the same football game, is it? No, because that other one was more vertical. Okay. Let me switch back out. So we had 2 football games, maybe. And this Mattel. I thought that one was called Super Challenge Football, too. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. What do I know? I don't. Because wasn't this like a vertical type football game, this other one? Oh, this is baseball. The other American sport. Okay. So there must have been a whole series. Super Challenge Football and Super Challenge Baseball. I think that's what it was. Okay. Then we just got one more. We haven't checked to see if it'll work. Everything else has worked. A little cleaning. We even got this iMagic Riddle of the Sphinx, which I never played very much of. So I need to go back and take a look at that. Got some little label repair we got to do. See if we can find some of these books that I have in my big book manuals of books. For Atari, where do I have those at? Looking around my office. Let's see if ice hockey will just pop up this time. Yeah, the Sack Maniac. What is up? 7,800 plus day. Yes. With 2,600 carts that we found. Oh, looks like we're going to need a cleaning. This should be our last cleaning. All right. A little more of our isopropyl alcohol. So far, I haven't found any spiders. That's good. Spider! What's the worst thing you found in a cleaning? Anything? Anybody found anything terrifying in a cleaning before? On your carts? I've definitely found bugs inside of like PCs and that type of stuff. But I think I have found a couple of bug crusties. Usually inside the box itself, the protection of the card itself, right? I don't think I've ever found any in the insertable part. Oh, hi, Tonda. Just in time to watch. What did I do? Did I lose my other Q-tip? Here it is. We've been looking at 2,600 carts. You're right. We've been looking at 2,600 carts and deoxing, using the deoxit on our Atari carts. Getting them all to work. Tonda, what have you been up to, man? When are we going to get together? When are we going to party? Party! Got some ice hockey? Been using our isopropyl alcohol? Using our deoxit, D100L. It's like $20 a bottle or something like that. But like I said, this stuff lasts forever, especially if you keep a tip on it. Keep a little cover on there, because otherwise you'll drop it over and it'll just like slowly drip out. You'll be super sad. Got my light spray isopropyl alcohol bottle here so that it doesn't like spit large spray. It's a very fine mist. All the better for my lungs. All right, we're gonna work this thing back and forth a little bit. Once again, reminder: left, right, left, right. You don't want to go up and down. You don't want to bend your pins or break your cart. You just want to make sure that you're making effective use. So far, we went about through how many carts went through, people? About 24, 25 or something like that. Our first run was good because I think Chuck, our friend who gave us those others, had already cleaned some of these carts, kept them in good shape. The other ones, the second half, were all, yes, look at that. The second round of carts came from the thrift store. The one I went to was the hospice store, local to me. And let's see here. Oh, got some movement. Yeah. Yeah, take that, you hoser. Then 20 minutes me doing this. Did you have this one, Tonda? We had some iMagic stuff. We had a couple of no labels, which were amazing. Love finding the no label stuff. It's always an adventure. We found a really cool game I had never played before. There we go. Look at that. I am up already. Now, we did all that and still have not follow up on this. A follow up on this. This is the Ghost Edition. Got to collect them all of the new Atari Pac-Man. Happy Haunting. This is Inky. It comes with a Pac-Man Yellow controller, which I have not received my unit yet. It is day 14, no, day 16 of whining about it. No, I'm just kidding. It's how it is. Yeah. And so let's take a real quick look at the Ghost Edition. Got this in yesterday. I was hoping that there was just I was hoping it was just like, oops, we goofed up. We actually sent everything, but no, that didn't happen. I just got this, and just like the other ones, these come with both all the CX40 pluses come with the 9-pin, the the 9-pin. I can't. Oh, look, I can't manage. There it is, 9-pin. I can't manage my fingers apparently. The 9-pin dongle, wireless dongle, as well as a USB, so you can plug it into other devices like whatever you're plugging them into. All right. Here is the joystick itself. This is Blinky. You know it's Blinky because he's Blinky. So we've been avoiding doing the 2 players on all of these, because we didn't want to break out another stick, right? So we can now stick this into the front, and the Atari 7800 Plus uses the 9 pins on the front, so you can use all of your original systems and things. Let's get a look at that. So now I've got 2 flashy lights, and what I do is just blink, push that, and that should pair up. Usually it's instantaneous, but maybe because the system hasn't started, but we'll go ahead and, this is in port 1. That went ahead and lit up. Do I need to hold it longer? I need to hold it longer, maybe? And now that looks like it turned off, and now it's back on. Yeah, so long hold. And now we should, there we go. So now we're controlling, now we're controlling the second one. All right, now we got, oh, look at that. Look at there. All right. Huh. What a jerk. Stupid computer. Always ruining my life. There we go. Nope. Mode 1 must be against the computer. I didn't have that a while ago. Okay. All right. So now that's the way it's supposed to work. All right. Now I got both of them working. All right. I'm not showing you the screen. Trust me. So come on over. I'll let you play with Blinky. Come on. Come on over. We'll play some Atari 2600. I'll even let you play with the Blinky. By the way, the Blinky has, see if it gets it. There it is. Got a little Blinky on top. There you go. Tin Lobster, what is up? What is good third-party handheld that allows me to play carts for Game Boy or Game Boy Color? So you want to play actual carts. So the one you've probably seen the most is the Chromatic. You've probably seen that. There's a lot of marketing going on for the Chromatic, especially if you're on any of the social medias. It's a decent price, and I believe the Chromatic allows you to play original carts, right? Am I wrong with that, Tin Lobster? By the way, thank you for that gift one this very minute. Hope you enjoy your ad-free viewing, Tweep, because you just got Tweep. You just got Tin Lobster. Thank you, Tin Lobster, being a hero for the day. Pick me up on the way. Let's do it, Tweep. Let's go. Yeah, Tanya's coming over, and Tweep, let's hang out today. We'll play some Atari 2600, and we'll play some Tank. Combat, we'll play some Pitfall. We'll take turns, right? It's going to be a blast. So that's a great question. Now, my personal preference for playing Game Boy and Game Boy Advance games on a small alternate handheld third party is my Analog Pocket. This is FPGA. Right, so that just means that it is emulating that hardware, and that's good because I also have some carts and things. Do I have it nearby? So I've got a cart that is a rumble cart, so it allows me to plug in, allows me to play rumble games of things that I can't necessarily get because they're so expensive. So it does both. This one does let you do, your SD cards as well as your real cards. I have tons of real cards, so that's what I primarily use it for. But the Analog Pocket is a very nice, clean platform. But I think that, doesn't the Chromatic do that as well? Yeah, the cards are still, cards are fairly reasonable for the most part. There's a large enough library for Game Boy and Game Boy Advance. Listen to that. that you can still build a good library, find plenty of games, and do it maybe not super cheap, but reasonable. Now, some games are just, you're not going to have much luck getting the way you want to. And Nintendo is, they do a fairly decent job of of keeping that stuff and archiving it and allowing you to access it, those older games. So, they do okay. But this is the Chromatic. This is the one everybody likes. But at $199, bundled with Tetris, you're almost to the Analog Pocket. And there is some question of whether or not you like the guy behind the Chromatic. That's probably your biggest hurdle. Monkey Potatoes, what's up? But if it's the hotness, everybody likes it. They've got these really cool accessories. I'm tempted by these too because I like these headphones that match with it, right? That looks pretty cool. I'm down with that. $50, right? It's not bad. Nothing wrong with that. Maybe this yellow. Get me some Sony Walkman yellow. But the Analog Pocket. That, if you don't mind waiting a little bit, I think it's just an overall better experience. And I think, but what do I know? That's just my preference. Let's see, store. Let's see what the current Analog Pocket is going for. $219. So, you can get an Analog Pocket for $219 when they're in stock. And it does other things too. I don't know if the Chromatic does it or not, but the good thing definitely about the Analog Pocket is you got these different cartridges that will allow you to play other things like the Game Gear, the Atari Lynx, but just got away from the being TurboGrafx 16, the PC Engine, the Neo Geo Pocket, which is way cool, the Lynx and stuff. So yeah. But if you really want a good third party that does it, I'm sure there's others out there too that do stuff too. But those are the two that I usually keep my eyes on. Yeah. So I'm still waiting. So let's take a look. I'm going to look real quick before I show, but let's get an update on Brian's Atari 26 Pac-Man, Atari 2600 Plus that he's been waiting on. Let's get an update to see where we're at. If you don't know what I'm talking about, let's take a look real quick before I get back in the back end and look at the stuff. Back in July, end of July, I pre-ordered this. Apparently still set as pre-order. The Atari 2600 Plus Pac-Man Edition Plus joystick. Comes with both the original 2600 Pac-Man and the 7800 Pac-Man, which was near arcade perfect, right? Or if you like the honk, 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 honk of the original, which I was not a big fan of, but you can. And also, you could pick up the different colors. Starting to get some real ratings on these people, though. That looks like the controllers have went down in price a little bit as well. I wasn't particularly thrilled with their color interpretations of the different controllers. I feel like the colors are a little bit weak compared to what they showed us. Let me see. Where is... I got they had a full set. I didn't order the full set, but these colors are a little, I guess when, I don't think that was the blue I looked at originally. I've seen other people, and I think the blue, maybe, did they readjust these images? Maybe I'm remembering wrong. All right. Maybe I'm the bad guy. But anyway, I have friends who've already gotten theirs, and I'm just like, hey, what's up, bruh? And my friends, well, at least one of my friends got his through FedEx for some reason. I never saw an option for choosing a different delivery provider than the one I did. I'm going to look real quick to make sure that my order does not show anything that I do not want to share. And I will show you. That's a little sherry. that may be showing a little bit too much information. Let me see if I can look at this in a way that will not show. Okay, that the one that hasn't shipped yet, there's no information there. Okay, that may be okay. All right, there we go. Yeah. Okay. So this is my order back from July the 23rd of 2025, a pre-order for my Atari 2600 Pac-Man console and joystick and the USB plug, and I even did the free and easy return unlocked. I don't know what the crap that is, but there it is. And they shipped my controller that we're looking at, Mr. Blinky, and it arrived a couple of days after all my other friends got their 2600s, and I ordered them in two different orders. I ordered the full system on the 23rd, and I ordered this on the 26th. This arrived. The system has not, even though, like I said, everybody I know has gotten theirs. And I even contacted Atari through their mail, support at atari.com, and I got a reply that, hey, it's coming. It's chill. It's chill. It's coming. I mean, it's been 16, 2 business weeks. And I was kind of maybe just for some reason I was thinking, well, maybe they just didn't, in the warehouse, they shipped it all at once. And then yesterday I got just the controller by itself, just like the shipping said. And I was disappointed all over again. So anyway, the saga continues. I'll just wait a little longer. Just wait a little longer. I do want, Atari Watch 2025. And I want that Atari Watch too, by the way. Have you guys seen that? Like the Atari Watch? I had the Pac-Man back in the day. See if I can. Boink. Atari Watch, please. Where are you? And this is really hurting too, because I want to order more things off Atari. I have the Atari VCS. I have 2 of the Atari VCSs. I have the 7800. I have tons of stuff I've purchased from Atari. I have a bag that I ordered, which is great. It's a sling blade bag. It's a messenger bag. And, I've got several of the wireless controllers I've ordered. I have all this stuff I've been ordering off Atari.com. I've had a pretty good experience so far until this Pac-Man thing, and it's kind of getting under my skin. But I've been looking at getting the Atari 2600 My Play Watch, which, I've already got like an Apple Watch. So do I really need it? No, but look, you can play the Atari games on it. Come on, man. I mean, and look at these bands. I love it. But what you gonna do? But I'm kind of hesitant. And then they got the new Intellivision thing. It's a pre-order, and I'm like, I don't know, man. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know. Just have to wait and see, right? Let's just see if you deliver what you've already promised before I order anything else. Necrosacker, remember the cartoon giving the ghost personalities? Was that right or did no? You did not. You remembered that correctly. As a matter of fact, that carries on. With they haven't forgotten that. They haven't forgotten that at all. As a matter of fact, Inky has a personality always floating one step ahead. He's ready to pounce, right? Because they each acted differently in the game, right? That was part of the thing. So adding personalities, see, look, that is the it doesn't feel as rich to me. Whatever. No, you're bitter. No, you're bitter. So let's at least play a couple of minutes of one of these games. Which was that one that I want to get back into this one just for a minute. I didn't know anything about this game before. I do want to play this one. This is one that we picked up from the thrift store. Monkey singing a song. Tana says it'll just be 6 to 8 weeks for delivery. Just chill. Did you send your money order? That's the way it used to be, right? Right, Taz? Someone didn't do. Oh, so yes, it's okay. So probably have a little bit more cleaning to do on these guys. Probably will maybe even open up the cards. Make sure everything looks good inside. get my stickers on there, do the things, do everything, preserve them at the best I can, have them available for us to play at our little get-togethers. It's going to be good. It's going to be good. But hey, this has been fun. I wish I could find more Atari 2600 carts and things out in the wild. I think the most recent things I found are the Atari 2600 carts and a Sega Genesis cart that wasn't in the right box. So yeah, those are the things I really like to get my hands on and play around with. Matter of fact, maybe I'll look on eBay and just look for some lots of unlabeled Atari carts. Maybe that'll be our occasional thing we'll do. Kevin says, is there any that I need? That's a good question. After I get through going through when I'm going through what I have, I will share with you what I do have, and absolutely, I'm sure I'll need some things. So that'd be awesome. We'll discuss later. All right, but yeah, this is that game we had talked about. Or there's my gun. I guess it's a gun upgrade. Oh my gosh, I shot that guy through the back wall. Look at that. Oh, did I win a level? Holy smokes, I don't know what I'm doing, but we got this thing going on. Oh yeah, I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, I'm dead. This one's cool. Once I understand what's going on, I think I'm really enjoy this one. What was this one again? We had talked about it later. I'm going to have to go back and look and post-it note this thing. I keep wanting to call it like Lock and Chase, but that's definitely not it. Dark Cavern. Matter of fact, I'm going to look it up. Let's see if there's a commercial for Dark Cavern. Atari. They had a commercial for everything back then, right? 2600 Dark Cavern. Review. Long play. How long is a long play of this thing? 8 minutes. More than a Night Stalker clone. Interesting. So this is a Mattel game. Oh, there does seem to be a commercial. Let's take a look at this. Oh, let's see what they're pitching us here. Let's see what they're pitching us.
Now for your Atari 2600, M Network Dark Cavern from Mattel Electronics. A video game of you against them. They're spiders, blobs, and robots.
Why is it floating?
Sitting duck. M Network Dark Cavern. It'll have a surprising effect on your TV.
It'll make your TV fly. Dad's not going to be happy. Where'd the TV go, kids?
Games by March 4th, and we'll send you one free.
What? Buy 82 and you get one free? What? All right, that's pretty exciting. I like that. Why is it making my TV float away? I don't know. All right, hey, look, this has been a blast. We should do this again. Thank you so much for all those who came in and gave us a follow from Past the Plungers stream. Thank you for that. 10 Lobster, thank you for gifting out that 1 tier sub. You are amazing. Skits resubbing. Thank you to Voight, Zero Gameplay, King K. Rule, which I know I've talked to King K. Rule before on Past the Plunger feed. Tangy Pop gave us a sub earlier as well. Thank you guys for that. Thank you for hanging out on this Sunday, doing a little Atari spelunking, trying to see what games are. That was fun. It's a lot more fun when you have friends to hang out with than sitting around by yourself cleaning your carts, lubing up your carts. Thank you guys for hanging out today. It's been a lot of fun. Be sure to follow Tondagosa if you're not following. I mean, most of you guys should know Tondagosa, but come on. If you don't, come on. And also a shout out to, who else we got in here? I saw TV's Travis. TV Travis is, follow him. He's doing his, wait, haven't you seen? Is that right? Something like that. Wait, you haven't seen? I think that's right. Anyway, it's a podcast where Travis talks to people who haven't seen a particular movie, and sometimes Travis hasn't seen it either. And they get together and talk about it. Usually during this time, I'll be doing Film Sack, but this week that didn't happen. Scott's out of town, and so we posted a round table. So there you go. Thank you for Zoe. I saw Zoe here earlier too. Taz, Zoe, Cab Kipper for hanging out, bringing all the knowledge. Stay warm, dry, and retro. Absolutely. Thank you guys for for all you do, like with the community. I know it doesn't seem like, hey, you guys hang out, you get into the Discord servers, you guys keep my passion burning for this, and I love it. And it's good to have somebody to share that with. My kids don't care. They do care a little bit, but not this far back. The Atari 2600, that's pretty old stuff for them. But thank you guys for hanging out and making Sunday just a little bit better. I'll be back tomorrow night, 6 p.m. Eastern time, to play some, what is it? We're playing this week on the Play Retro Show. We're playing Harvest Moon, the Game Boy versions. So check it out. See you guys then.